everyone, friends. The story begins and we see Polly. Polly used to study in Washington University. Today he was leaving the hostel and going home to spend his summer vacation. His home was far away from the city, so he decided to go by train so that his journey could be comfortable. After boarding the train, he started looking for an empty cabin for himself. Meanwhile, his eyes fall on a beautiful girl who was sleeping alone in a cabin. She was wearing shorts, with which her breasts were also visible. On the other hand, Polly had also recently become a youth. That's why he also wanted to have sex with a pink butterfly. Now since that girl's cabin was empty, Polly goes and sits directly in front of that girl. That girl was so beautiful that Polly's eyes were not moving away from her. Seeing the opportunity, he tries to caress her legs. But then that girl wakes up. Polly gets nervous on seeing her. But that girl understood that Polly wanted to be intimate with me. That is why she also starts teasing him. Now before Polly could do anything with her, another man comes and sits in their cabin. Seeing him, the girl also quietly goes and sits on her seat. Then that man also gets excited seeing that girl. On the other hand, that girl was already hot. So both of them take Polly out of the cabin and start doing hard labor. But then that bastard TT comes there and spoils the mood of both of them as well as me. Now as soon as the TT comes inside, Polly also comes in the cabin. After which all three of them start talking to each other. Polly tells that I am going to my home to spend the holidays. Then that girl tells that I am going to my boyfriend's house to meet his family. But that man does not tell them anything. Then that girl signals that man and goes to the bathroom. That man also follows her to the bathroom and locks the bathroom door. After which both of them again start working hard labor. On one side Polly was opening the bottle of cold drink, and on the other side that man was opening the panties of that girl. Then even after a long time when both of them did not return, Polly comes out to see them both. As soon as he reaches near the bathroom, he hears the sound of both of them screaming from inside. Polly gets scared on hearing that voice, because it was the first time he heard a girl screaming like this. Now both of them remain engaged in this throughout the journey. And outside Polly was getting sad thinking that, in the field where I should have been working as a laborer, someone else is now wielding his axe. Now soon the station comes and Polly runs and meets his father Jean Ralph. Then his father tells him that your new mother, means Yvonne, is also in this train. I met her a year ago, and now both of us are going to get married. Then Jean Ralph's eyes fall on Yvonne, and he brings her to meet Polly. Now Polly's is surprised to see Yvonne, because the girl in whose field he wanted to work a while ago turned out to be his father's wife. But he did not have a problem with the fact that he wanted to be intimate with her. He had a problem with the fact that she had just come back after getting her pinky beaten by a stranger. But Polly does not say anything to his father at that time, and quietly goes and sits in the car. On the way his father tells him that your childhood friends Gerald and Andrea have also come home to spend the holidays. Now soon they reach home. Here Polly's grandmother is very happy to see him. After this he meets his Uncle Alex and Aunt Miriam. We see that today after a long time the whole family was sitting together and eating food. That's why all of them were very happy. Then Yvonne starts telling everyone that today in the train an unknown man forcefully climbed on me and started swinging his axe in my field. Now everyone was listening to her words with great interest. Seeing this, Polly feels a little strange that how can these people listen to such a big thing so comfortably? On the other hand, his uncle was busy eating grapes, and his aunt was busy eating ice cream. And there his grandmother was drinking one drink after another. Actually, after his parents' divorce, Polly mostly lived with his mother and rarely visited his father. That is why he feels that perhaps the people from his father's side are a bit more open-minded. Here anyone can catch hold of anyone and get physical in front of everyone. Polly's grandmother could not live even for a second without alcohol. On the other hand, Polly's Uncle Alex loved playing the piano. That is why along with playing the piano, he used to sometimes make his maid play as well. On the other hand, his Aunt Miriam also used to squeeze the maid when she got the chance. Actually, the name of that maid was Silvana, who used to give pleasure to everyone along with doing household chores. Then in the evening, Alex was playing the piano in his room, and Miriam was also sitting nearby and watching him. Meanwhile, Silvana brings a cake there. Now seeing Silvana, Miriam gets some naughty thoughts in her mind. She catches hold of her and puts cake on her face, and then starts licking it. Alex was also watching them. Then Miriam starts caressing Silvana's butterfly. Seeing this, Alex quickly takes out his tool. Actually, he used to enjoy more seeing his wife with someone else. Then in the evening, Polly meets his best friend Gerald. Now both of them first watch a porn movie, and then after hand practice, he begins making bets with another friend of his, Andrea. Then all three of them start telling each other who has been intimate with how many people. Polly says that I am still virgin, on which Andrea says that no one has made a bat out of my butterfly. Now Polly becomes happy on hearing this, because he liked Andrea in his heart. On the other hand, Gerald had consumed too much intoxication, so he forcibly starts taking off Andrea's clothes. Then Polly gets angry on seeing all this, and he picks up Gerald and throws him in the river. Now because Gerald did not know how to swim, he dies by drowning in the water. Next we see that Polly had become very sad due to the death of his friend. During this time, he sees his father and Yvonne, who were openly working as laborers. On the other hand, Alex also started getting intimate by taking Silvana to a corner. Now seeing all this, Polly also feels like working as a laborer. Then at night, Silvana brings food for Polly, but then Polly starts looking at her as if he will catch her and have sex with her. Silvana gets scared by his lustful eyes, but before she can run away from there, Polly catches her. Silvana tries hard to stop him, but now the water has gone above the head, so he quickly starts taking off her clothes. But then hearing their voice, his father comes there and slaps Polly hard on the face. After this we see that Jean Ralph starts regretting that he has beaten his son like a dog. So the next day Polly goes out to roam the city with Yvonne and Andrea. After a while these people stop at a restaurant, where on the request of Yvonne, Jean Ralph books a single room for Polly and Andrea, so that both of them get intimate together. Then the next day Yvonne and Andrea go for a walk in the market, while Polly and his father were sitting in a cafe and talking. Then Jean Ralph tells his son that you should take Andrea from behind, because nowadays girls like to give from behind. On hearing all this, Polly starts feeling shy, but then his father says that you should consider me your friend. After which they look at the girls coming and going from there, and start talking about them, whose breasts are so big, and whose backside is so big. Then after a while both the girls also come back. After this all four of them go to that fort where Romeo and Juliet used to meet. Then Andrea starts acting like Juliet there. Actually she wanted Polly to become her Romeo, but Polly did not like all this. So to keep Andrea happy, Jean Ralph starts acting like Romeo. On the other hand, Yvonne was very tired, so she tells Jean Ralph and goes back to the restaurant. While acting, Andrea and Jean Ralph go inside the fort. But even after a long time, when they both do not come out, Polly goes inside to see them. Both of them were having fun inside the fort, but Polly does not feel something is right, so he starts following them. But soon both of them disappear from there. Now Polly tries a lot to find them, but he does not see them anywhere. Meanwhile he hears someone shouting. When Polly goes to see them, he finds out that these voices are of Andrea. Actually Jean Ralph was working as a laborer in Andrea's field. Now Polly becomes sad after seeing this, that the one whom I truly loved turned out to be a cheater. Polly comes back to his restaurant crying. Yvonne had seen him coming. She had understood that his captive must have got her pinky beaten by his father. So she gets ready well, and comes to Polly's room. Polly was crying. Then Yvonne asks him the reason for crying. Polly says that I did not feel bad that my captive became a mare for someone else, but I felt bad that that man was my own father. This is not a father but a sin. Now on hearing this, Yvonne tells him that if your father had sex with your girlfriend, then you can have sex with your father's girlfriend if you want. But Polly refuses her and says that I do not want to do anything with you. But then Yvonne takes off all her clothes and comes to his bed. Now even a donkey would not miss such an opportunity, and our Polly was no donkey either. That is why he also catches hold of Yvonne and has sex with her the whole night. Then the next day these four start going back home. We see that Polly and Yvonne were looking very happy, whereas Jean Ralph and Andrea were sitting there quietly. Polly remains angry with Andrea for the next few days, but Andrea tries very hard to talk to him. but Polly does not pay any attention to her. Then after a few days, Polly's mother comes to take him back, because her holidays were about to end. Actually, her mother did not like this kind of environment of this house. And this is why she divorced Jean Ralph. And she wanted to keep Polly away from this environment. But Jean Ralph wanted to keep his son with him. On the other hand, Andrea continuously tries to convince Polly, but Polly was still angry with her. So, on the pretext of playing, he starts beating her. Now Andrea, upset with all this, asks Polly that why are you angry with me? But Polly does not give her any answer. After which he catches her there and starts intimate with her. After calming down their anger, when both of them were going back home, then Polly hears his mother's voice and understands that my mother has come to take me. On the other hand, Andrea's holidays were also about to end. So she promises to meet Polly again and says, next time you can have sex with me however you want. Saying this, she leaves from there. Then Polly also goes back to his home. And with this story ends here. If you all like this story, then please like our video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel